That shoe will forever be my favorite shoe, dog. I don't give a fuck what they say, bro. I've
It's
been
it's
revving that shit
classic.
all
When you
the time.
think about it, like what's the most classic or wait, okay, classic sneaker debate right now. What's a more classic sneaker? The Nike Air Force One, just classic white on white,
Mhm.
or the Chuck Taylor All Star, regular Chucks? The
Well, here's the
Snoop Dogg
thing,
had Chucks on lock for a long time.
but Nike owns Chucks.
Nike owns Chucks. Nike owns Converse. You're right. Wait,
Yeah.
let me double check.
So like, I would think though that the Converse,
Crazy. Converse bought Nike back in 2003 for 305 million. That's it?
Converse bought Nike or Nike bought Converse.
No, no. Nike bought Converse, of course.
For how
Nigga
much?
said Converse bought 305 million. That doesn't even seem like a lot, right?
That was in 2000. That's a lot for
That's
2003.
2003.
That's
Think
2003.
so?
I think
A
that sounds a lot
third
for
of a
2003.
billion?
Yeah.
Because Converse was a classic, like classic. Like they
Yeah,
used
but
to
think
play ball in those in like
no, yeah. But
in
you
the
got to think
early
about it.
days.
There's one person who changed that whole thing. Michael Jordan. Who would he choose?
Nike, you're right. That was part of
But that's
the
only in
documentary,
America.
right? About
Yeah,
him
it
having
was.
to choose. Okay, so
Yeah. But
I
that's
had
only
that
in
thought too.
America, though. That's the crazy part. That's only in
Hmm.
America that's that way. If you think about maybe Europe, it's Adidas because of football,
Hmm.
soccer. You know what I
Adidas is a
mean?
European, I think it's like a German company, if I'm not mistaken. So they might have the European
They
overseas on
have,
lock,
and
but
because everyone
also
plays soccer, everyone plays, but here is basketball. You know what I
you
mean?
know
It's
what you see a
football.
lot overseas though. I mean, I'm thinking just London, but the Air Maxes.
Air Max is it.
London got like a whole Air Max culture that's crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
And I
they
don't
know them
really
by
like Air Max. I
year,
bought a pair
by
of Air Maxes once, and I wasn't really impressed. It might have
me
been the
neither.
fabric that they used for it, so maybe I'll buy another pair and see how I feel about it at some point. But as long as they keep releasing these like Air Force Ones, bro, I can't believe I'm letting these West Indies go by because I want
I
the New
just want to say
Balls.
I couldn't wear Air Maxes because I got big ass doofy feet, and it just didn't look right on my feet.
Fam, I bought
I
a
just
size
as a
11 and a half of them shits, and I was looking, I
it
said, "What?
just
These are
don't
clown
work.
shoes." I wear 10 and a half of
Yeah,
Air Force Ones. I'm like, fam, I don't really need,
feel
my
doofy
feet
as
look good.
hell. I feel like when you walk, you should hear. It's
No,
like I
Air
can't do
Maxes,
this to
the bigger
myself.
they get, though, they just look mad fucking huge, bro. But like Air
Don't work.
Force Ones,
I feel that same way about foam posits.
yes.
The bigger they get, they look like elephant clogs, bro. Like it just you got a size 15. You can't wear this,
You
bro.
know,
It
I
don't
can't
work for
believe
you, son.
people wore them sneakers in the first place. I know what they call
Bro.
them. They call them foam. What are they? Penny Hardaways or something like that.
Penny Hardaway's right. DC, New Jersey, Philly,
They're
they have
heavy
foam
on the
posits
phone
on
posits.
lock.
100%. A lot of New York niggas. I
On
see
lock.
if that is Tim's and then that right there, bro.
No, no, not New York. Not New York.
New York's not
DC,
Tim's.
Philly. Oh no, yeah, New York with the Timbs for sure. But foam posits was not it was not a New York thing. But
It wasn't.
back to this classic. No. That was Philly, Jersey. That was the surrounding areas, so it made it look like it was us too. And I'm not even a sneakerhead to be saying this, but I know that I know that much. But
I take your word for it.
thank you, appreciate that. But back to the classic sneakers though, like Air Force Ones, I don't think that it gets more classic. Like there's nothing you can wear. Like I seen a nigga wear
Everything,
Air Force Ones at his wedding with his tux.
and the shit looks fire.
And it's passable. It's like, okay, I can see you didn't want to go for the shoes or whatever, you a hood nigga, but all right, at least you wore some clean ass, forces and you was good. But the thing about forces is you get that black Air Force energy though.
You see, great power comes great responsibility.
You see a nigga in black forces, you know it's treachery,
Fam,
it's
black forces,
debauchery.
black hoodie with the hood on in 85-degree
Ooh,
weather. I know you're up to no good.
ooh, with that rolled up ski mask, Scully thing.
Fam, I don't understand. Yo,
It's a
listen,
murder
this is
one. It's a
I
homicide.
realize I know who's doing the crime. Like, I'm sorry, but you did it. I don't care if you didn't do it, but you did it walking out like that.
Bro, and I hate to agree with you, but it's like but it's like damn, you don't want to sound like
But nigga,
hella
why else would
Republican
you
and
be
shit.
wearing that?
You got something in your beard right here.
I do.
Yeah. Ah, you good.
Oh, fuzz.
Um,
That's fuzzing around
yeah.
my damn house.
It's too much, man. Like you could point out the criminals in your neighborhood. If you live in a
Dog, it's
neighborhood and
not
you're
hard.
around,
It's not hard. Dude, I saw a dude with all black jeans, black sneakers. They probably
dude,
wore black tee, black hoodie, all the way up, scrunched up, mask on. I'm like, you committed a murder.
it's a it's a crime waiting to happen, man. It's a crime waiting to happen.
And I don't like stereotyping, but I'm like, no, why else are you wearing that?
You don't
Why?
want to, but you get it, but then you can't at the same time. You can't. You just can't.
It'd
But
be
it's like you get it.
85 degrees. Are you working? You're not even jogging.
Bro,
You're just walking around with this shit. I'm like, yo, fam,
makes
you up to
no
no good,
sense,
bro.
man.
You up to no good.
No sense. Let's see. 13 classic sneakers for every wardrobe. Air Force One, top of the list.
Yeah,
This is
there you
coming
go.
from high snobiety, I don't know how the fuck you say
Snobber,
that.
snowbride.
Snobbity? I don't know what the
No.
fuck. But okay, so we got the Adidas Samba. You know what those are? Those are like the soccer ones you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Those like really thin, light kind of
Yeah.
sneakers are cool. Then we got like a boat shoe.
Yep.
Doesn't have a really name. Oh no, they got these chunky filas up here, like with the thick sole that every white girl seems to own. I don't. It's like there's a
Feela's
memo that
coming
goes
back.
out.
Feela's coming back. And like people used to clown people for wearing Fila back in the
It's
day.
crazy.
Like
It's
I
I
had a
felt the
pair of
same
Fila's that
way.
looked like 11s, and like
Mhm.
I was just like, it was
It was on
rough.
your ass about
It,
them things, boy. Hell yeah.
it, it was rough. It
As
was rough.
as one of those kids, I know what you mean. Like it happens, and it happens, but that's fashion for you.
Oh
So
no, that's the trauma that's making me buy these sneakers, huh?
mm-hmm.
Mm.
You didn't have the sneakers you want as a kid. Now you buying what you can as an adult, so you could stun on your colleagues and let them know you're cruel. It's it's
Man, all of
it's a
them make more
cycle,
money than
but
me still. Even where I'm at, they can still make more money than me. Though I
that
can't even
don't
front.
make them better than you. You understand that? That don't make
That's
them
true.
better than you.
That is true.
What was I gonna say? It's like a memo went out because like it was like weird as you scroll on the internet. Every white girl had these filas, but I felt the same way about Champion.
Yeah,
Like people used to get clown for wearing Champion. Now it's like
champions
Champion
back.
hoodies,
Yeah,
Champion sneakers, Champion. I'm like, what? Who? I didn't. But
yo,
whatever.
because
It's fine.
Champion got the best tees. I don't care what nobody say,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
They got the best t-shirts. They got them all
This.
different types of ways. The neck, bro. That neck is solid. This right here is a champ t-shirt, even though
Mm-hmm.
it got the R on it. But this neck has never failed me yet, unless my son
Facts.
pulls it because
Facts.
he got a grip like fucking like fucking Zeus, my
Gladiator.
nigga.
Them kids. They don't. Them kids don't know their strength, man. They don't
They
got
don't.
that filter to their body or their mind yet.
They're
So
just
wait till
doing
you start
everything at
talking.
high velocity, nigga.
Um. Shit. So it's crazy. Yeah, they got the Chuck Taylors in here.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Fun fact, I always sneeze twice. Never in my life have I ever sneezed just one single time.
You bullshit.
Never,
Not just once.
never, never. If you catch me on a single moment where I sneeze just one time, that might be the end for me because I ain't never seen it either. So that's just a fun fact to put. It's always twice. It's always
I
twice.
I either
Um,
sneeze mad loud or I keep the sneezing.
they had a. I think Kevin Hart had a joke about somebody in his family sneezing like wild loud. Like you're gonna know they sneeze. They shake shake the table, they scream. It's just like, come on, bro. Come on, we get it.
Not dramatic, dude. That's
Then make
fucking
sure everybody stops and says, bless you, but like you
bless you.
commanded. So but no, going down this list, they got Vans up here, which I've been wearing Vans a lot lately, bro. Vans is like, I don't know, it's just like a new comfortable swag for me. Like I just throw them on, kick them off. I don't care if they dirty or not.
Vans are really
They got a super thick sole because they're for skaters. And
yeah,
I'm a
but
nigga
they're
with big beefy
light
feet, like
though.
I said. So that
And
shit
they're
feels
light.
awesome.
Yeah. Though they
Definitely
don't
looking for
have
some
much
Vans.
support if you're standing in them or working in them long term.
Yeah, nah, because this
I
are
remember one
skaters,
week,
so
yeah, one week I was like doing mad shit at work and like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, my feet were fucked that night.
thanks.
I was not happy. I was like, yo, my whole soul feel like about to like just pop off right now. Cause like, yo,
Just
dog,
fall out your
like, I
ankles.
quit. It's like I quit. I'm done with you. You
Bro,
crazy?
I used to feel that way after going to concerts because you would be standing for like 3 hours, and when you get home, like your knees are just like shaking like a new deer. You were just freshly born and you could barely stand.
And that's
So,
why I like concerts and stadiums and stuff because you get a seat. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take a
mhm.
break every once in a while when you
Sit
need to.
down, dancing in a seat. Yeah,
Yeah, like but when you go to these venues, it's like all like
just
general
open space. Yeah.
plus people touching you and shit. I'm like, I mean, if a girl doing something to you, then you like, all right, bye, all right, all
But
right.
hopefully, it's a girl you want. You don't want to get a.
Hey, you
No.
know niggas don't
Anyway,
have no type
that's
of you know niggas have no type of fucking
standards.
standard.
I know. I knew you was gonna say that, and I wish it wasn't true, but it's
You
just the
dirty
circle of life.
motherfuckers.
Anyway, with that being said, I Hate It Here podcast, episode 39, just in time. It's your boy Russ,
And this your boy Kev.
and we are back in this thing another again, one more again. Ready to go down some more fuck shit of the week. I do want to start. Let's just do some quick Reddit because we haven't jumped into there for a while.
Hmm.
So I feel like there'll be some been a lot of fuck shit going on. So we can see what the ask Reddit column is looking like. Top question that's been top rated by 30,000 people. What is currently perceived as a sign of intelligence? No, I'm sorry, I read that. Wow. I guess this is gonna call me out, but what is incorrectly perceived as a sign of intelligence?
Speaking white.
What do you mean by speaking white?
Hello. Good evening. You know how you get your white voice when you like talk on the phone with certain people and shit.
Right, right,
You're like,
right. No, I
they
just
be
wanted
like,
you to explain. Right.
you know what I mean? Like people be like, yo, you talk like that's and like, it's kind of messed up because like I've met totally intelligent people who don't speak
Who
a
use
lick of
slang?
English.
Who use yeah?
Or they don't speak English at all. They speak a totally different language. That's why I hate when
Mm-hmm.
people like they be disrespecting like like people who are doing certain jobs because like my nigga like they speak a whole language that you were saying here paying Duolingo $10 a month trying to learn my nigga
Mm-hmm.
like you need to
Facts.
relax. They're doing a whole job. They can obviously they can read it because a lot of times they got to deal with English on paper, so they can read it, they
Mm-hmm.
understand it, but your ass is
Mm-hmm.
saying it's like it don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
Yeah, nah. I used to get that in high school because I moved out to like an all white town for the first couple years, and then would speak more proper, and they'd be like, "Oh, you speak so well. You sound so intelligent." But then, like, if
Yeah,
I
but
was
hey,
like,
mom,
"Yo,
look,
I'm
this monkey
chilling,"
speaking.
yeah, that's what it felt like. It was like, "Oh wow, we didn't think you could be this smart to speak
Hey,
proper."
yo,
Like,
that
so
is such.
it's a
What's the
weird,
word? That's like
yeah.
that is like a microaggression. Is that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
microaggression?
It's like
Or,
it's
or
like a passive kind
it's like a
of. It could be.
passive race. It's like a. It's
We'll
I
go
don't
with
know
that.
what it's called. Listen, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get it together. Don't worry. We're
Ain't
gonna
enough
get it
time to figure
together.
that shit out.
No, ain't no time. But I'm gonna get it together. But like, dog, when you think about it, it's like, damn, like really? Because like, yo, sometimes you be in spaces sometimes, and like you just be sitting, and you just be like, yo, you, you really, you want me in the field picking cotton right now, my nigga. That's what you think I would. You think I just came from the field right now?
Right.
You think Massa just let me in the house right now?
Bro, speaking of cotton, did you see that video of those kids putting like cotton in that black kid's hair?
Yo, they got a high school that's like called the Cotton Pickers, something like that. And it's all niggas on the basketball team. Here come the Cotton Pickers.
Wow. That used to be like a saying, right? Like you cotton picking crazy or something
Yeah,
like that. Like
I know the
that's
whole phrase, but I don't want to say because I don't want to get hit with no
oh
TOS.
no.
But I tell
We ain't never gonna get monetized, bro. We just this shit is doomed. So it was a little league, and I don't want to say this is the only black player on the team, but
mm-hmm.
yeah, all the white players seemingly surrounded him and put it cotton in his hair. I don't even know.
And he allowed it.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. I don't man,
Nigga,
I just
I would be, they would hate niggas
this
after
was
that.
part of the Little League World Series. I'm trying to
I
figure out
would
what
break all these niggas' bones. They will
I'm
never
just
throw a
trying
damn
to
baseball ever again, bro. Fucking
bro,
around with
I'll
me,
rip up
bro.
all the bases.
Yo, and I think that's the problem. I think like I ain't gonna lie, like I've been blessed, right? I haven't really
Oh, this
faced
was
a
in
lot of
Iowa, bro. This is in Iowa. They say
my
Iowa is only 4% black.
my girl
This
from
kid
Iowa.
probably gets
She
it
she
all the
she
time.
she she from Iowa, right? And like be
Oh
like,
yeah, I did.
oh,
She is. I would because
and
when I met her, I was like, "You're the only person I've ever met ever from Iowa." Because
she
so I
be
didn't
like,
know
oh, well,
people were there.
they got cheap houses and shit, yeah, but they call me nigga with the hard ER though. I know it. I know it. I know, and I know there's niggas over there because a lot
So
of her
it's
friends are
like
niggas too. But there's Muslim people. There's all types of people over there.
cheap housing or full frontal racism. Cheap housing.
Or you want to
I
burn a
don't know.
cross on your front lawn. Like I
Right,
don't
right,
understand.
right.
I mean,
Damn,
and plus it's
man.
like, am I going to make the same amount of money? Because I reached a certain level of luxury in my life. I'm not willing to give up at all.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck what the
You're
lifestyle
in a major city right now, so if you move to some low
because I was already
population
told by the
town,
company that like they pay you based on where you live at. So like
oh,
if you move
absolutely.
someplace
The
else, your
standard of
rating
living,
could change drastically. You
right?
know what I'm saying? So like,
The standard of
nah,
living in a major city is way higher than it is in even a southern town or even the further you go west outside of the big city. But that's why people move there and get a house and then
and then the commute
kind
in
of
and shit.
in the
Yeah.
commute, yeah, finesse it like
Because if
that.
I was down south or Iowa, mama, shit, like, I own the whole city right
Bro,
now.
bro, the minute you leave New York, it's like your money is doubled almost. So I don't know
New
what it is
York,
compared in
Massachusetts,
Boston.
California. Now, listen, for some reason, there was a list that came out, I think, a couple weeks ago, and they was talking about the cities that charge the most in rent. And for the first time, I think Boston beat New York.
Mm, really?
For the first time, I think Boston beat New York. Boston was like in the
Cities
top 5. New York
highest
was like in the top 15.
rent.
I forget what article it was.
Let's see. CNBC, this is 3 weeks ago. Five rent prices are soaring in these five major cities. So, all right, highest right now is Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
California, and then San Diego, and then Bridgeport, Connecticut. God damn.
Which is
And
wild to
then
me.
that one kind of threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, what? But I think a lot of millionaires and a sort of mansions and money in Bridgeport because that's right
Well, I
across the
mean,
island from New York. So
yeah, and
they
like a
go back
lot
and
of
forth into Manhattan.
and they probably take a boat because it's not that far by boat.
I'll sail my yacht into the office if I need to go in because
Yeah, because they don't give a fuck.
um so then we got more it's all California. I don't know if this was the same list you saw, but this one is
Nah,
like Oxnard.
like, cause,
So the
cause
cheapest
Boston.
places to live right now is Youngstown, Ohio. Average rent is $860.
I had a homegirl of mine who lived in Tennessee. She was paying $600 for a 2 bedroom.
Shit.
Nigga, let me pay nigga, give me 3 of them apartments, nigga. So far.
Be like, I'll take 4.
I'll take 4 on the same floor. You might hear me knock down some walls, but
right. Make a little ass mansion.
The studio I use for fucking the other places where I actually live at. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it'd be crazy. Office, run a business. It's crazy. But then we got Madison, Wisconsin. With the average rent of $1,000. Then we got Little Rock, Arkansas, with average rent of $1,100. Flint, Michigan, with the average rent of $1,200.
Yeah, but they still need to fix water.
I was about to say they still need to fix the rent in Flint. Like the water. That water is
they literally fucked that town and said go to hell, bro.
And it's like they didn't care either. So it's like, what do y'all take?
We sent like $800 billion to Ukraine.
I wouldn't pay no taxes if I lived in Flint, bro. Because
I don't know why we pay taxes now, but let me just keep my mouth shut.
Oh, but look, the last on the list of the cheapest rent at $1,300, Davenport, Iowa. So she might have a point.
Well, fuck that state. I'm not moving to the bumblefuck ass state. I know if you come from there and you live there now, I mean no disrespect, all right?
Right.
I mean all disrespect.
A whole group of people.
Just get the fuck out my face. All right, I'm staying. Listen, I like.
What's the capital of Iowa?
Who gives a fuck?
You can't even think off the top of your head. Me neither. I gotta Google.
They told me one time, but I don't care about Iowa like that.
Why did I can't even. Oh, I'm in the news section. I'm dumb. Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines.
That just sounds like they hang niggas.
I don't know, man. I don't
know. America just sounds like it hangs niggas, bro. I don't understand. There's a lot of shit going on.
Arts Center. What's the popular? Oh, let's see. Black population in Iowa.
Nigga, why are you gonna do this right now? You going?
I
already said it enough.
Whoa. Nigga, let's just say if you ran into another black man, you better hug him. You better hug and ask that man, is he okay?
But you know what's crazy? Like the percentage might seem like a small number, but when you think about it, it could be. When you think about it, like percentages can be kind of deceiving sometimes.
No, well, you're right. Absolutely. Because this is only people who are willing to be put on paper,
on census, yeah,
undocumented and all other kind of people. So this could be skewed, but shit, goddamn.
What's the number?
And this is double what it was in the last 20 years. So it's getting bigger.
Yeah, because it's cheap. That's moving out there. I understand it. I understand it. Yeah.
Currently, as of 2019, there's only 3.8% African people who identify as African American in the state of Iowa.
And this is where let's move on. That's gonna piss me off.
But that's kind of funny to say, but
next time I hear Iowa, I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
It's right next to Illinois, and Illinois got a lot of black cities.
Yeah.
So it's like they haven't migrated a little bit over to Iowa at all.
No, because they don't know how cheap it is, bro. They're too busy shooting each other.
Stop. That's only in Chicago. I'm assuming. I don't know the whole state of Illinois.
All right, listen. That was just
we shitting on all kind of parts of the country right now.
Nigga, I'm coming for everybody.
It's all fucked up.
I'm telling you, Massachusetts is the best state ever.
Whoa, chill.
Nigga, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about New York.
Bro, you got the New York. I'm not saying New York either. As a New Yorker, I'm not even saying New York.
Who's the best?
But you can't say Boston, bro. You got that heroin mile. You got that. Come on.
That's gone.
No way.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, we got the
We
best
just talked
schools.
about that shit. Like, get
We
the
got the
fuck out of here. You got
MIT,
MIT. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Harvard.
Okay, those are Ivy League colleges. Those
Those are
aren't
the
the best
best.
schools.
Yes, they are.
What about elementary and middle school and high school? Fuck them until they get up to college?
Nigga, colleges is what
I think the
counts.
best state is not even a state, and I think that's Washington D.C. And I think
Nigga, you
that's
know how
Washington
many
D.C.
crackheads is in the streets in
I
Washington D.C.
think all
And
the
I'm not
best
talking about the
cities.
politicians either. But
Oh
listen,
shit. Okay, that's old history. We all do a little drugs now and then. Okay.
yeah,
He
but
was a
listen.
functional crackhead. He ran the city on crack. Who else you know? The crackheads you know have trouble getting up and down the street. This nigga ran a whole city, balanced a budget, kissed the babies, ran
I ain't
political
gonna lie. That one
campaigns.
time I was driving and I saw that one person slumped on the side of the road after doing whatever they was doing, bro. That's when I realized that we have a serious problem.
It's an epidemic. It's real. It's real. When I used to take the subway, you just see them like because the subway benches are long, and when nobody's
Yeah,
sitting next to you, if you sit in the middle, you know you might slide a little bit. So this lady was slumped over, but when the train would hit a bump, she would like slide to the left, slide to the right, and I'm just like, this
and you
fucking
can
sad,
tell,
bro.
bro, they took something that was like hella strong. Like
Get
we
me
do
out
have
of
a
here.
problem. I just hate the fact that like it's a problem only because white people are suffering from it.
But that's how they do it, though. It's like when it's black kids and drugs and popping pills, it doesn't hit home until little Timothy and little Kirsten are, you know, not getting straight A's anymore, you know. So
which
this
comes
is
to my
America.
which comes to the first story, right?
Hold on, I just want to say, just to end my Washington D.C. point. D.C. is very black. I think that's a very good perk. It has a
Which makes
great
no sense to
restaurant.
me.
It has a great restaurant culture, you know, nightlife, art scene. A lot of talented
Mm-hmm.
people in DC come from DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's very beautiful in terms of uh, culture and history. Like the African American Museum is there,
Mm-hmm.
the American Museum, Smithsonian,
You
zoos,
sound
all
like
kind of shit.
you sound like
What?
niggas uh you sound like Sam Wilson trying to be Captain
What?
America right now, nigga. Let me tell you
Shut
something.
the fuck up.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now.
You
All
ever been
them
to
points is
DC?
good. Yes, I have. And I love DC.
All
DC is
right.
a beautiful city.
Okay
I
then.
love it.
Go
But
go.
let me tell you
It's
something.
Chocolate City, baby.
I understand that, but let me tell you something. Like for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I became a man. This is where, my son was born. That's why I have a lot of things, but also all the championships that I've experienced in the last 15 years, crazy. Um, all the yo, listen, when you talk about
Right.
history, this is where we was driving through South Boston yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you look at certain parts of the of the city, it's like you see a little bit of the rest of the country in the city. You see a little
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco. You see a little New York. You see a little this. You see like California with like all the ports and stuff.
Oh,
Like you see
brother.
all of these little pieces of the Unite. Because you know why? This is where it started, nigga. I don't
Oh,
give a damn.
wow.
All right.
My nigga pulling out the 13 colonies argument right now. Is that what you telling me?
I'm telling you right now,
You
bro.
the
This is where
original?
we the original. The rest of y'all niggas is just copies. I don't give a damn, bro. Y'all niggas would not be here right now doing all this bullshit that you're doing. Texas would not be here bullshitting. Florida would not be out here bullshitting.
Wow.
All the rest of you niggas is only here because of us and the 12 other niggas, but fuck them niggas.
Wow.
Right? Wait a minute. Is it
Plym-
New York?
Plymouth
What are,
Rock.
all right, this is gonna make me sound bad.
Oh yeah.
My
First
education.
of all, we have an American public system education, and we need to know what the 13 colonies were right now.
No, but you know what's
All right.
crazy? That information is not really important. Like they could have taught us how to do taxes, but they spent mad years trying to teach us this shit that we won't
I
even
bet,
remember.
but see, we don't remember this, but I bet everybody knows about Christopher Columbus, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Like, the fuck did, where did that ever get me?
Because first of all, that song bangs. I ain't gonna lie. They put that little
You
tune together.
see,
I was like, all right.
they had to throw a jingle on that shit. All
Cause they knew
right.
how bad that shit was, bro. They knew how bad
Word.
that
That
shit
nigga
was.
was a goddamn genocidal rapist across country, intercontinental, and they was just like
A
put a
murderer,
fucking
dude. A
put a
murderer.
put a rhythm to that shit. All right, so Virginia, Massachusetts, that's you. Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New York, that's me. New Jersey? Did not know New Jersey was in that. Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So
Where
pretty
was
much just the East Coast, because this is all
yeah.
we got to when we got here. Well, I'm
And the
saying
crazy
we
part is
like
this: the capital was in Massachusetts first. They were going to move
really.
it to New York. I don't know why they
Mm.
didn't put it in New York or left it there, because it was going to be Manhattan, New York City. That's where the capital they wanted to
I
put the
can get
capital.
that sense too. The way they put the
Bec-
financial stuff there, I can see that they
And you
wanted
see
to
how
make
the
it some kind of
island is too.
headquarters
Like the island is surrounded by.
tucked away,
So let's say this
right?
for example, right? Other places were invading. All
Mm-hmm.
they had to do was block off the ports.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Tucked away. Yep. Yep. I mean, so much for that. We saw what happened in 9/11, but it was before modern times, so I get
Yeah.
what they were going
Mm-hmm.
for. But yeah, so that's just a bit of American history for you. What were you about to get into? First
So we the
bullshit.
best. Anyway,
We the
the thing is,
best. They don't
there's
want you to have a big swimming pool, so
they
you get a
don't.
big swimming pool. That man annoys the fuck out of me. Like, really
Um,
irks my soul, man. That
no,
man
we're gonna
is
get to it.
just,
We're gonna get to that. I
he's just a rare kind of annoyance to me, bro. I won't lie to you.
like Andrew Tate has been like a force of nature in like the last couple of weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
finally I think last week they banned him off Instagram, Facebook, and like TikTok or whatever. And
That boy got the boot. He got banned from
all
everything,
social media,
like
yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
His on his website where he sells his courses, the credit card company that processes the payments so he could, take the money
They
and then
stopped,
pay out
right?
to they're like, nah, we're not even doing business with you, bro. Like it was to the point where I don't know if his mom even love him no more the way he got banned from shit. Like
I think he
uh,
passed away. I think he passed away.
I don't know, man.
Okay,
Shit
so
was
here's the
bad.
thing.
You got more shit in your beard. You just a fucking mess all the time. Under. Keep going. Your second chin. The second chin. Keep going. It's like, there you go. You got it. And now it's on
Right,
your
okay.
shirt, but you got it. Oh no, now you got another one on the third
Oh
chin.
my
Go back
god,
to the
what the
third
heck?
chin. It's coming from your shirt. You've taken it on your shirt, and then it's right where your hand is. On your shirt. On your shirt now. Now
Oh,
it's on your
oh, oh.
shirt. You
Wait,
see that
wait,
little
wait.
there you go. You missed it. You missed it. You missed it. There you go. There,
So
no, it's still
listen.
on your shirt. You thought you got it. Look,
Oh
look. You
shit,
thought you got it.
wow,
This
dude.
nigga.
Wow, dude. I'm having a tough time. I'm about to end this episode right here. I'm tired. What
Yo,
else is for?
that
That
piece
shit's
of lit just
resilient
kicked
as
your
hell.
ass, bro. You said,
Yo,
"Oh, gotta be
listen,
quicker than that."
listen. So that's what I think, right? Um, I don't like misogyny. I oppose misogyny. Um, and I think we all could agree on that point. We should. And like, even though like there is like 5% of what he when that 5% of all his bullshit, I can agree with when it comes to like men and the state of men, obviously, because that shit is serious. Like men are more lonelier than they ever been before. Men are struggling with their self image and themselves and like their financial thing and all that because they're too busy trying to chase these hoes and not thinking about really working on themselves and making sure that they're mentally healthy, that they're strong, that they're that they're themselves are good. I can understand
Mm-hmm.
that part, right? Um, I'm for freedom of speech though, but I'm not from freedom of consequence. Because here's the thing, he did because of the way okay, his stuff was wild. And people when they edit stuff, they can even sound even more wild than what it was, right? So like, but his shit was just crazy sometimes, right? And he violated the terms of service, which I can understand. That's the consequence of your
let's
speech, right?
let's stop right there, but because that's where the confusion is coming with me, and I was trying to find looking into it, and maybe you can enlighten me because
Mm-hmm.
what terms or service did he break at what point? It just seemed like
I think
everyone
it's like
just was
considered
like
hate speech.
it towards women.
When he's like, "You are the property of your man." Rape victims
Okay.
should deserve responsibility for what happened to them.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of wild.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And like, listen,
Got you.
I don't
Got
like
you.
victim blaming.
Okay.
I don't fuck with that shit at all. Right?
Just
So
that
like,
sentence alone is
it's
wild. Like
wild as fuck.
even without no context, that's something crazy to be like,
You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's on you.
and but that's the consequence, right? I just don't think. Here's the problem. The next nigga that step up out of this, well, there's two problems. So this is the first one. The next nigga that come out of this is going to be even worse.
The
And
next
he's going to
level.
find a way to tiptoe around the shit to still get his shit off. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to stop him. Because the only reason why they work because like kids are watching this. And I was like, first of all, you got to be 13 and older to be on TikTok. You got 8-year-olds on TikTok doing all the dumb shit. That's you as a parent are failing in that area. So you as a
They
parent got to
never
take
say that though.
responsibility,
They
right? They never
never
say it.
say
They
that.
put it on the company
The
to do their
website or
job
the
for them.
internet.
And
Right.
the company should not have to do your job as a parent. I don't give a fuck what you a lazy ass parent. Get your ass up. Do what you know what I mean. You got to use the parent filter on shit. With
Remember
kids. You know
when
what I'm
back
saying?
in the day, like on shows like Nickelodeon, it'd be like, if you want to come to Nickelodeon.com, get your parents' permission and come over to something. They used to tell you to be like, make sure you doing this on a get permission. Make sure this is on the up and up. But now it just seems like,
It was
hey
fun.
kids, come on over. We'll deal with you when you get here. And if you
It's
see
it's
something
the
you don't
guy
like,
in the white van with the cookies and the candy. You know what I'm
for
saying? Like
real, for
that's who they
real. And
are
it,
now.
holding a puppy. Like you wanna come pet my dog and eat candy in my van? It's fucking
So
creepy.
I do think parents got to take responsibility. Like you shouldn't allow your kid to be on the platform because we as adults we can look at this shit and then we can combat it with facts. We can have discussions
Logic.
about it and with logic, and because we are at that point. I know there's smart kids, and I know there's mature kids, but they haven't lived enough. They can understand and honor and respect the concepts, but they don't have the reality check that the rest of us do yet. In a lot of
Mm.
situations, I'm not saying they don't go through shit, but I'm saying like if you're doing your job right as a parent, there's a lot of things your kids won't experience to the
Hopefully,
best of your
hopefully,
ability. To the best of
right?
your ability. Whatever
Hopefully,
goes on within your house.
you can
I can't
control.
say I
Hopefully,
can't say I can't say what outside, but at least
right?
inside. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able
Monitor what they consume and shit, and
and
the information that they're being dispersed, type shit. But
and you should have a relationship with your kids where they talk to you and ask you questions about these things before they go and make their own decision or before they go and do some dumb shit, right? That's the kind of relationship you wish you have with your kids. Now here's the second. Is that the first problem? What's the second problem? Here's my
it's a
second
whole
problem.
list of shit, bro.
Here's the second problem. Besides the fact that I don't know. I don't know. I just forget. It was some fire shit
Yo,
I just said though. But the second issue, right? All right. So like we remove Andrew Tate
Mhm.
for his hate speech. There's a
We're
woman.
gonna make the same point right now.
There's a woman on YouTube who has
Hmm.
literally said that we should abort black baby boys.
That's another wild sentence.
So now here's the thing. Here's my issue. And shout out to Playback because I was watching that video and that's where the point. But like, me and you were talking, so I'm bringing these points to you because I like these make sense. Where's the consistency?
The messenger. It's a double standard on the messenger. There is no consistency because my thing is with this Andrew Tate thing is like he's getting the Alex Jones treatment. But the thing there is Alex Jones was actually saying some some factually false things that hurt a specific group of people. He said the Sandy Hook thing wasn't real. Those children weren't real. Everyone was acting. So all these people who were Alex Jones supporters started to attack those parents of those kids who actually lost their life. That's where you're like, okay, now you're conjuring a mob now. That's what Alex Jones did. So I understand, even though it was another form of censorship, I understand them being like, you know, we're not even going to try to censor you and tell you what to say. Just get the fuck out of here. They cut Alex Jones off and they are suing him all the way. They're suing the pants, literally. That they want that man's pants off his ass. Like,
I think they want some money too the other day.
With Andrew Tate, he's just saying like a lot of outlandish statements, which again, you can say specifically target women, but there's no like conjuring of a mob. There's no, he's not saying like women can't have babies. It's all a hoax. Don't believe them. Like Alex was saying how the Sandy Hook thing was fake. He's just saying like, oh, I own you. You're my property. You know, if you don't wear makeup, you're not a woman.
Fans, I get 80% of your money, and I give you 20%.
It's just outlandish.
Outlandish. Yeah, they are misogynistic. I get that.
Absolutely. Oh, easily. And anybody with a brain can look at it and see that it is that. So it's like when you censor him all the way, it's just like you said. When it comes from another person, is it okay now? Is it because you didn't like Andrew saying it or the way Andrew was saying it? This dude was on an interview getting a massage by like a random Asian lady, like talking to like a couple streamers. I forget who he was talking to. So I'm just like smoking a cigar. I'm like, dude, is this a Marvel movie? Like you want Daredevil to kick in and hear your plan to take over the world? So
that's just crazy. Yo, he was.
But they made sure to get him.
Boss shit.
They got him the fuck out of here. So
yeah.
I think it's weird when the system speaks. When the system speaks, like they will silence you, bro. They will mute you.
Yes, and I think
he probably can't even open a credit card with his name right now. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
And I think I can understand where people are coming from. But we need, because people be like, if you give these people a platform, then people are going to believe them. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is a good point. Some people will believe this shit. There's a lot of impressionable young men who have been through some things with the opposite sex, sometimes with their family, a lot of times.
Everybody.
Like, everyone has their shit, right? And like, they are looking. So here's the third thing, right? All right, cool. Who is the role model that you want to instill in his place to help these people? You don't even got a solution. You just got rid of him. You didn't put nobody else in that forefront and be like, all right, because you know why? Here's why. Because the only shit that makes money, the only shit that gets views is the dumb shit. But when the dumb shit now is affecting your money, that's the only time you're going to sit there and fuck with it.
And it's funny you mentioned that too, because I feel like, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was doing something in this vein, but it was so classy. He wore a suit. He sat down. He spoke to people. He got straight to the point. He wasn't trying to hurt you. Or I mean, sometimes it came off a bit hurtful when he told the fat lady like she was gonna die alone. But that's take it out of context.
But she had an attitude though.
Right. But I'm saying
I watched a lot
just
of
hearing that sentence was bad.
It's wild. If you clip it, that's just a wild clip. But if you go through the whole thing, like you said, like he was doing. I'm not gonna say he was doing what Andrew Tate was doing, because Andrew Tate is not giving any type of solution.
It's outlandish. It's ridiculous. It's over the top always.
But with Kevin Samuels, he was like, "No, this is what the fuck you do. You take care of
Right.
yourself. You get new clothes.
Right.
Get some cologne. You work out. You wipe your ass. You clean your ass with
Mm-hmm.
a towel. These are things that you should have been taught, but because there ain't
What's
been
that
no,
sound?
no, no. He literally did a stream on all that shit. He's like, yo, you,
No.
because he's like, you get
Men's
a
hygiene. Yes.
men's hygiene. He did a
Yes.
whole thing on it.
Yes.
He was like, these, and you know what he said? This is, he said, listen, a lot of you men don't know any of this because number one, you didn't have a father in your life, and
Mm-hmm.
especially for black men, that is a reoccurring theme in our lives. So sometimes
Absolutely.
you grow up, you shouldn't be punished for what you don't know.
You
But now
didn't
that you
know.
know, if you don't make the change, now it's on
It's
you.
on you. Absolutely.
So
Which it
like
should be. With Kevin Samuels, it was done with a certain level of class, but then,
mm-hmm.
God rest his soul, he was taken out of the culture. And then you get the version two, which is Andrew Tate, who just sees the money and is just ridiculously outrageous with no sort of like class to it.
And it's
But then
wild as fuck
he gets
because
taken
this
out because he gets censored. So the next person that's going to come in is going to.
is going to be a rate. Like you think Andrew? Listen, there's worse people than Andrew Tate,
Bro,
and I'm
he's gonna
telling you,
walk
one
around with a
day
woman on a leash. Probably you're gonna see this dude like kick his feet up on a woman's back one day. It's gonna get that bad, bro. I can see it. I can see it.
then
I
you're
can
gonna have
see
something to
it.
worry about because once because you took their role model already. Now they're gonna find somebody who's really not gonna fucking back down. Cause Andrew Tate did like an interview
It's gonna
afterward.
be
He's like,
someone that's independent that can't be canceled. He's gonna
and you
have
know
his
what's
own
crazy?
shit, and it's
Yes.
gonna his has own thing. It's gonna be like we can't silence this dude. He's not on. He's not on YouTube. He's not on whatever Instagram, whatever the fuck. So it's gonna be like they're gonna have no control, and it's gonna get fucking. It's gonna be insane.
And
It's
that's the
gonna be
thing
fucking insane.
because it's just like fam, like the next person is just gonna be worse, and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do. And the niggas that you just took their whole person away is gonna fly.
Mm-hmm.
Is gonna they're gonna make sure to find this nigga. They're not gonna sleep. They're gonna This is think about it. Think about the progression, right? I think it really started with like Fresh and Fit in like the last year and a half.
I don't want to say started because there's people before, like they did documentaries. There's people before them, like the pickup artist who like
Yeah,
study women. So there's those guys, but like in the modern era of like Red Pill, I would think maybe Fresh and Fit or
and
like
he would, and the only
I
reason
can't
why we
really
knew
know
of
too many.
Andrew Tate was because of them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard
Mm-hmm.
of this nigga before that. Now, what happened with Fresh and Fit? We saw what happened with them. Their
Mm-hmm.
shit kind of
They
cooled
got
down.
exposed multiple times over. Like they're not even a reputable source in that community. I feel like anymore.
Nah,
I don't
not
feel like
even.
no one clips them or quotes them.
Then because they had
And
Roman
then the Abba and
Kamasi, they had a whole
Preach.
bunch of thing. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole bunch of shit going on, and they were
Yeah.
tied to a lot of people who was already getting a whole lot of shit. But
Mhm.
because they were entertaining, but now look at them now. Now you take them out. Who's going to be the person who's going to step up? Fucking Andrew Tate now steps up. Now there's a nigga somewhere
Mm-hmm.
in their
He
fucking
been he been
vicinity.
sitting in the he been sitting in the background like this, like they're not
I've
even
been
ready.
waiting. And it's sad, bro, because like, yo, I do believe, right? There's certain rhetoric like that should never be out
Yeah, it gotta
there.
die. It gotta die.
But like,
It's incel culture, bro. But see, what like I said, the way Kevin Samuels tapped into like men's health and like literally men's betterment, Andrew Tate tapped into like incel culture, like more hateful things towards women being property, being less than. You don't have to listen to a woman. Never let a woman tell you what to do. If she has something you want, just take it. You don't ever have to ask. Like that shit is dangerous,
yo,
bro, to
one
these
of the most
incel weirdo creep kids.
one of the most beautiful things I heard Kevin Samuel say one day, he was like, listen, as men, we have to do better. Because he was like, yo, you understand? I'm here for the black men who want to marry these black women because they want to have
Mm-hmm.
black families again.
Facts, facts.
Because he was like,
Rest
yo,
in
at the
peace,
end of the
bro.
day, he's
Rest
like,
in
he's like,
peace.
he's like, we work better together than apart. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, fam, this is what we needed
New
as a
politics,
community.
bro.
But
Bro, for
because of
real.
your average at best clips, because he's,
You're
here's the
gonna
thing.
die alone clips.
Because he's so brash and honest with the people who can't take the honesty and the accountability. Yo, when somebody
Bro,
doesn't want to take them shits, fam, they will
they
do
won't.
anything to destroy you.
This is the last thing I say on that. Speaking of accountability, there's this clip that's going around. Did you send it to me? I can't forget who sent me this clip. It's like these three women, they're on like this Fear Factor show. And the guy's like, if you want to win $5 million, all you have to do is take this. And he pulls over a curtain and it's just accountability on the table. It's literally the word accountability on the table. And three women are standing there like, I can't take that. I'm not taking that. That's the funniest shit. They're like, ladies. He's like, ladies, all you got to do is take this right here. You win $5 million. The lady's like, I'm not taking that. And it's just the word accountability, like literally on the table.
But you know what's
So it's
crazy,
just,
bro?
it's funny.
Men
It's
and
funny,
both
bro.
both sides don't take accountability. Because I ain't
No,
gonna lie,
I
man.
know.
I grew up and like, I had this, especially like in the last like year, 2 years or so. I started taking a lot of things more into account. It started really,
Self-development.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like at some
Mm-hmm.
point you gotta accept your flaws and what your failures were and take accountability for what you did in other people's lives too. So you gotta do that shit. But nigga, both niggas and bitches don't take no type of accountability. It ain't just women. I
Nobody.
can't put this all at women's feet.
Nobody. It's a societal thing now because everybody's built up this ego, whether it's online or offline, and everyone is protecting that ego. So if you take accountability, if you have to take accountability for something, it's easy for your ego to feel hurt and to feel less than.
And you don't want to
So,
feel hurt and
and you
less than.
don't want to, nope. So niggas will refuse to say sorry, even though they blatantly do something wrong intentfully without giving a fuck. They will not take accountability
And
and will
call it,
always
and they'll be
find
like, "Oh, that's just who I am."
I'm fighting demons or some weird fucking Drake
Nigga,
quote
you
they'll
gonna be
pull out.
fighting me if you keep up with this bullshit.
Man, all
See
right,
who
we
got the
almost an
better
hour in.
hands.
I want to get into some other fuck shit.
All right, so
Real quick. Hold on. Let me do this one, then we can get into your side because I figure I just had a couple bullshit of the week. This is a
mhm.
recent thing that happened. Um, Artificial intelligence is moving into the hip hop space now. Well, I guess I could say it moved in and moved out. So there was this AI rapper FN Mecca that
Mhm.
was, I guess, AI generated. I don't know if that means the lyrics were generated or the beats or the songs or whatever, but it
I
was
think the
basically a computer
character
program.
was.
Okay. But it was like a I don't know what race it was supposed to be. He had green hair. It looked weird. It's all different. So Capitol Records signs him. They put out a single with Gunna. It sounds pretty much like every other song on the radio. So I just think someone wrote like an algorithm to make these kinds of songs, I feel like. But
Mhm.
the backlash instantly because the Twitter page is just like a bunch of stereotypical black shit. Like, oh, I'm not gonna snitch on my homies. Fucking like weird sayings and shit like fuck the police, like this and I'll ride and I'll slide on the ops type shit. Like it's just making fun of black culture, people feel like. So in
Like this,
just
and I'll
that
slide on the
course,
ops.
in just that course of 48 hours, they signed and dropped a fucking computer-based rapper. So I just feel like this was some super fuck shit. Like you really think that rap is that easy? You could just make a program and get it done.
I think they believe it because, like, look at what it's become. Like, you
Right.
gotta look,
No,
listen
it
to the
says that
sound. Like,
that's the
listen to
main
the
point.
songs. Like, it's copy and paste. Why not let an AI do it? Why should I sit here and waste my time and money
Hmm.
on a human person that's going to want things when I could just get a online thing that I created that's not going to want anything?
Bro, you don't gotta feed them. Ain't no, ain't nothing. Like no budget. You could just
You don't got to buy
digitally
his
put clothes
diamonds. You
on
ain't got
them.
his jewelry. You ain't got to buy him
Bro,
shit.
it's crazy. It's crazy. But now the company is coming back and saying that the cyborg FN Mecha is black. They're saying it is a black male. So I
Oh
guess they're
yeah, you know
trying to
why?
fight back against
The
some of the.
nigga, the nigga who said there was a nigga who came out with a video and he said that he's the voice of FN Mecca and that
Mhm.
when they were creating the AI, they approached him and was like, "Yo, we'll cut you in on the company, we'll give you this, we'll give you that." And he said once this thing got going, they ghosted the nigga.
Mm,
You know
yikes.
what's crazy? I don't mind.
Is
Um,
this where rap is going though? To where like the industry is tired of dealing with artists who don't say the right things or get shot and die or
no,
fucking don't
I
want to
think
make
it's
the
no,
songs they wanted to make, so they're just gonna get computer programs now?
it's all
In
about
10
money.
years, are we gonna be driving in our self-driving cars listening to Android 21?
No, because think about it. They're gonna take out now. They take out insurance policies on rappers. So
Hmm.
like, even if you get killed while shooting, like if the nigga got you signed, he most likely
Hmm.
got an insurance
They
claim on
still
you.
win. And it's funny because rappers they blow up after they die too, which is another fucked up part about rap. So it's like you're
And the thing,
celebrated once
and
you
they
die.
love that shit because they don't gotta pay you anymore. I mean,
Nope.
maybe if you were smart enough, well, no, not a lot of rappers. So I'm sorry, it's not your fault. But like.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. But like, like you don't get your royalties or your publishing and try to forward it to your family. You know what I mean?
Hopefully,
Like,
hopefully, because then you see some families fighting for it, like Big Pun family. Like, so I mean, that's a whole different story. But I just feel like
mm,
this was a kind of not even
this was
so
a
much for all the
test because if
racism.
they allowed it, nigga,
Yeah,
and within
exactly.
3 months,
They'll find one that's cleaner. Or what they'll do now is they'll do instead of rap, they'll do like a AI country star or
mm,
AI pop star and try it in other genres where there's not so much sensitivity about the art because black people are for sure sensitive about our shit. So
oh hell yeah,
as we should be. There's a video of this fucking AI creature doing the moonwalk saying the N word, and it's just like, all right, now y'all really,
he looks mad creepy too. I ain't gonna front. Like he just looks
yeah, it
like,
looks weird. It looks like a cyberpunk character. Like somebody tried to
yeah.
make it look as weird as possible, but
Mm.
just
You know,
want to mention that.
and
What else you got going on?
speaking of niggas like protecting the art, this is a really hip hop centered episode. So like
Mm-hmm.
Busta Rhymes was at I think a show the other night,
Bust a
and he
bus.
was sitting there and he said that hip hop was created by black people and Puerto Ricans, and for some reason he's been
Who's
getting
upset with
so
that?
mad. Niggas is upset with the shit.
Why?
Niggas like, yo, we don't want to give the Puerto Ricans shit.
Wait, they're mad that he said the Puerto Ricans?
Yes.
But that's what was in New York at the time was black people in Puerto.
And it was
Well,
from the Bronx.
right. You go to the Bronx now and it's Puerto Ricans. The fuck?
So like a lot of people was like, why do you got to take a black thing and put these niggas in it? Because let's be honest, right?
First of all, let me as a New Yorker, let me just give me a second here because I just want to do this as a New Yorker and someone who spoke to people back in the day when hip hop was created. Shout out to my OG Rich. Like rap was made by Jamaicans and West Indians.
Yes.
This if black people want to act like black people made it, no, no, no. This was from Jamaica and the West Indians. Like DJs would get over the song at a party and just do like a little freestyle, a little rhyme before they just let the DJ or whatever, the host take over. But then those Jamaicans came to the Bronx, to New York, and had those same parties. And then the Black Americans took it and then started taking those samples and loops and just rapping over it completely instead of just doing like little
Mm.
intermissions over it. So if they want to break down the real history, it's from Jamaica. It's from all those Caribbean countries with dancehall culture. So people just looking for shit to be upset about. Sounds like.
And I don't understand it, bro. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, nigga, it's the number one. It encompasses everybody at this point. We're the
Oh,
number one
absolutely,
genre in the world, even though people like to deny it. But
bro. They
like
rap in
nigga,
Switzerland. They rap in Germany.
They
They
rap in
rapping fucking
Korea. They rap in
bro,
Japan. They rap
bro.
everywhere, bro. I don't see a
Israel,
country song being made everywhere. I don't. Maybe you find EDM everywhere. That's why EDM is like
right?
that should be the next big one after hip hop. You know what I
It is. When
mean?
you go to Europe, that is a huge thing, EDM, because it's not about lyrics, and all those countries
It's all
speak
about the
different
vibe,
languages.
baby. It's
So
all
it's
about the
all
vibe.
about the just energy, bro. Pop a pill, do a do that for
Nigga, you be
four
gone, bro.
hours.
You be gone, bro.
So yeah, EDM, and then rap is so huge because black people, we make the culture and we push the culture, and
And
then
everybody wants to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. So listen,
bruh.
and I'm just like, fam, like, let's just shut the
But
fuck up.
who's mad at him and why are they mad?
Niggas is always mad about something. Whenever people perceive something's being taken from the black community, like niggas just get
And
out
so
of
I said black
line.
people are sensitive about our shit. I get it, but this is a fact though. That's a fact. Like you could just look up and see the facts.
It's fucking.
Fat Joe need to. Did Fat Joe say anything? This is when I feel like Fat Joe
I
should
don't know.
say
I
something.
feel like Fat Joe should. I feel like Fat Joe. You know that Dave Chappelle was like, "Yo, what is Ja Rule saying?" Now I want to know what Fat Joe
Yeah,
said.
Fat Joe for real.
Fat Joe, because
Boy,
ever since his, I knew he was an OG, but since I heard all them stories of like my expert opinion, shout out to Matt Hoffa, I'm
bro,
like, yo, this nigga was he
love
was
that
working
shit
with Biggie, he was doing all these, he was all in these older videos. I'm like,
in the
nigga, you
streets
been
with it
outside, bro. Look,
for
so
real,
I respect that, bro. And like him being older now and being a different person and evolving and trying to give game and you know what I mean? Like the one thing I don't like about these older heads is like I feel like they just ignore niggas who are not like street niggas at all. But that's a totally different conversation.
that's like a uh cultural thing, you know. You can't understand a 9 to 5er, but I can't really understand a street nigga either. It's like,
That's true
what you
too.
mean you don't got health insurance, or like what you mean, you
What you
hustle
mean you don't carry a
every
Glock on you
day.
every day?
Right, right. So it's like they'll look at you and be like, "You pay taxes?"
My
Well,
nigga,
like,
you
I
ain't
get it.
my nigga, like my nigga,
Word.
you don't have a
You see this
401k?
teardrop tattoo? Like, you know what that mean? Type shit. So I get it.
It's
That's a
Mac 10's my 401k.
cultural thing. Yeah, I got
um
401 Ks if that's what you mean. Shit
you
crazy,
don't know if you
bro.
talk about AKs, kilos, I have no idea, bro.
Word, word.
um
Shit, you don't want to ask no questions, but
and
yeah,
the
I
other
feel like
thing,
that's a factual thing. So,
yeah, I just don't get it
and
with people.
from a New Yorker like Busta Rhymes, who was an OG from back in the day, you would think he would know his shit and not just say some shit out his ass. So I can't, I can't really understand how people upset about that.
Um, one small story, and then we'll just get to the last topic real quick. So the next thing I
Hmm.
had was like, the Khaled track list
Hmm.
came out, and I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie
Oh,
to you,
did it?
the
Oh
track
God,
list. No,
it's
listen,
looking like an all-star game or
nigga,
something.
this is like one of the most incredible. Cause when I look at the names that's on this, right? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like
Ugh.
this is
I don't even get
encompassing.
excited anymore because he does this all the time. Like it's just whoever's the hottest people out right now. Where'd you see the track list?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Listen, this is who's on it. Actually, I'll tell you. Let me see. Here we go.
I'm looking for the track
It's on
list.
Genius. I got it. So, No Secret featuring
Genius,
Drake.
got it.
God Did featuring
Okay,
Friday, Jay Z, John Legend, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross.
got it.
Use This
Great to see Lil
Gospel.
Wayne back out. Hmm.
Use This Gospel featuring Eminem and Kanye West.
Nice. It says use this gospel remix. So is there a
Remix.
use this gospel original song that's was out before?
It might have been a Kanye West joint, and then they put
Mm.
Eminem on it.
Eminem on it. Got it. Got it. I think this is the
Big
first
time.
time Eminem has been on a Khaled project, if I'm
Yes,
not
it is.
mistaken.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like I
saying.
haven't.
After all of
Eminem
these
might be
years,
outside. Is Eminem
he
outside right
he outside right now, bro. He
now?
just got
Okay, M.
curtain call. He outside right now.
Okay, okay, M. Big
Big
time.
time.
Future and Lil
Featuring
Baby. I'm with that. Always good
Keep
to see
Going.
Future in the streets.
21
21
Savage.
Savage, Lil
Lil
Durk,
Durk,
Roddy
Roddy
Rich.
Rich. I gonna
I
lie.
feel
That
like I
sound
can
like,
hear. I feel like I can hear that song already. I'm not gonna lie to you.
and I feel like it's a banger. I feel like it's a
21 don't
banger.
disappoint. 21
No.
don't disappoint.
And if you get
Party
Lil
all the
Durk in the
time.
right bag, he can
Oh
go.
yeah, yeah. I just heard a J.I. Prince song with Lil Durk. He killed it. Okay, but go ahead.
Party all the time. Quavo and Takeoff.
Okay, real quick. Did you see Offset is suing QC, suing the label now?
Yeah. Everything now starting to make sense.
Bro,
He's like, I
bro.
haven't talked
So,
to you in 2 years, bro. Now you're trying to get money off my.
hmm
This is why you read your contracts, niggas.
I mean, academics said it's because they little baby is the cash cow at QC right now. That Migos got to play the bag, and Offset trying to be like, "Yo, we started this label. We was the biggest act over here when you ain't had none of these niggas." So
Yeah.
it seemed like a lot of internal shit going on right there. So now
Mm.
with Party All the Time featuring Quavo and Takeoff, so there's no Offset. But I feel like this song Party All the Time is gonna sample that Eddie Murphy song. My girl likes to party
Oh,
all the
really?
time. I can already hear this sample.
You
Because then you
never
look
know.
next.
Staying alive.
As I was saying, you Staying Alive is the next song right after that. So it's gonna jump from that sample to the Staying Alive sample.
And then you got
I
Beautiful by
can
Future and SZA, which the
mhm,
last time he had SZA on there, they sampled
mhm.
Sorry Miss Jackson from Outkast.
Right, right. Trying to think.
Now
That
you
was
got a song
on,
called the last album. His last album,
yeah,
I think.
with the
It was a
baby in
good
the
song
pool or
too.
something like that.
Yeah, and yeah, and it was a
Yeah,
good that song was a good song.
yeah. Okay,
Just
I like
Us.
SZA.
Just Us. That's what the
Yes,
song
yes,
was.
just us. Yeah.
And it was a dope song. I liked it. So I think if they sample Pharrell and Snoop Dogg's with Charlie
Oh,
Wilson joint,
beautiful. Oh my God. Is that what this album is gonna be? Because if you look Party All the Time, that's clearly sample. Staying Alive, obviously sample. Beautiful, if that's sample too. Not saying his production is bad, but it's like it just all feels. I don't know. Just
he
all feels.
hold
I
on,
don't know.
it
I
ain't
just
safe.
lose energy for it.
No, I feel you.
Kodak
It
and
ain't
Nardo Wick.
this one. I don't know. I'm not familiar with both of them, and like
Kodak I can get down with. It's Nardo I'm not really familiar with. I just know that one song. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
The-
No, no,
I
that's
don't,
part of the song.
oh yeah.
When yeah, it's like banging and then they go, "What the fuck was that?" Like
Oh, that's him. That's
that's
like a
that song.
major
Yeah,
TikTok thing
it's
right
a
now.
TikTok thing. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're so fucking old. You actually answered me and was like, "I don't know." I'm telling you this.
Yo, I don't know,
You old
dog.
as shit.
I'm just living my life, dog. One day at a
Yeah, I
time.
feel you. I feel you. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. All right,
This
so
one might be a
next is
banger. Let's Pray with Don Toliver and Travis Scott. Now, Don Toliver and Travis Scott already have a track record.
bro,
And I
bro.
feel like this is one of those ones
Batman
where
and
you put
Robin,
two
bro.
right people on the song right now. Like I
Batman
think
and
this
Robin,
one
bro.
and
Batman
Travis,
and Robin.
he rarely misses. I ain't gonna lie, he rarely misses.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. There's some misses out there, but they're so far and few between. All right,
Mm,
so next we got a song called
good.
Fam
Damn
Good, We
good, we
Good,
good.
featuring
Gunna
Gunna
and
and
Roddy
Roddy
Rich.
Rich. I feel like I can hear that song too. I wonder. So we got Gunna on the album, no Young Thug. Because I was gonna be like, is he gonna do any Young Thug? But we got Gunna up here twice. Was that?
No, I think once.
Uh, sure. I thought I saw
We
Gunna's
got
name
Roddy Rich
before.
twice.
Oh, Roddy Rich
We got
twice.
Future
Yeah.
twice. We got Drake twice. We get
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West twice.
Mm.
Yo,
All
here's a
right. So
song I
next.
really want to hear though. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Bills paid with Lotto and City Girls. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. I feel like this one right here is gonna be wild as shit.
You know what happens, and this is kind of going back into our Andrew Tate thing, is I feel like in society right now, like there's a lot of wars going on, like
Yeah.
like a lot of wars going on. So I feel like with the rise of like all this like women empowerment, like Lotto, City Girls, Meg the Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
all these bitches, Glorilla, F and it's like all these bitches that are like fuck these niggas, you get on the other side, you get like Andrew
Oh,
Tate and like
we've been
Fresh and
saying fuck these
Fit
bitches for a
and
long
fuck
time.
these bitches. Fuck. So it's like this weird
Yeah,
yin and yang of fuck each other, but we need each other, guys.
we do.
Can we stop this? We need
We
each
do.
other. The
We do.
population is going down. The earth is on fire. It's almost over. Can we just embrace till the end?
I feel you.
Anyway,
Then he got 21 Savage by himself.
nice.
The only person
Hmm.
with a single song by himself.
No.
No?
Couple more coming up, but
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Hmm.
So way past luck with 21 Savage, he gets two
Hmm.
on the album. And the
Banger. I can
streets
already.
know my these streets know my name. With
Hmm.
Bounty Killer, Buju
Hmm.
Banton, Capleton,
Hmm.
Sizzler, and Skill Being. I'm gonna be completely
Skillet
honest
Bang.
with you. Oh,
Skilly
Skilly
Bing, yeah,
Bang?
it's a new
Oh,
dancehall reggae artist. I feel like he does one of these songs every album.
no, the last
Just
album.
mad.
It's just the last two. Because that
Hmm.
first track on the last album, where you had all the same niggas and you had
Yeah,
070 Shake on there.
yeah. What was that called? I know Bounty Killer was on that too. Um,
The album was crazy.
where you come from?
Nah. Hold on.
Yeah. Where you come from?
That had all of them on there? Nah, hold on.
Yeah. This was Capleton, Bougie Bonton, Bounty Killer. So yeah, he keeps working with this same group of like reggae artists for some reason.
Is it really?
Yeah. It was on Khaled.
Oh no, so they did three then. It wasn't
Oh,
the one
okay.
on
Was there
Cali
another
Cat.
one?
Father
Hmm.
of
Oh,
Assad.
Holy
Holy
Mountain.
Mountain.
There you go. You're
That
right.
shit
Oh seven
was
oh Shake Movado Sizzler. Oh, you're right. Holy Mountain was a banger
Movado,
too.
bro.
That was a banger too.
Movado.
That was a banger. I will admit. As much as Khaled annoyed me, that was a banger. All right. So next we
If this
got.
song has if it has any of the same energy, oh, it's going up. It's going up. You put a
Mhm.
bunch of Jamaicans on the song, bro. That shit's going up. I ain't gonna front.
Energy, just pure
Energy.
energy. And he already make these big songs.
Mm-hmm. Then you
So
got
we got
Juice
after
World
that
did
by
featuring Juice
Juice
World,
WRLD. He
which
got
is
his own song.
cool. Then we got Jadakiss Interlude. Now this one
I'm
right
for
here,
that. I
this
hope
one
he's
right here,
rapping and not just a skit or nothing.
this one right here is going to be the most lyrical shit on this whole album. If
Hold on, let
Hove
me just be
decides to
sure. Oh
stop
no,
being lazy,
Lil Wayne's on that too.
anyway,
So
if
both Jay and Lil Wayne are not gonna miss. One of them are just gonna, but it's gonna be either God Did or Jadakiss Interlude for most lyrical song on the album.
yeah, or use, I mean, Eminem on uses gospel. I mean, you know
Oh
him
shit, I forgot too. Fuck.
with
So
Kanye.
top three. Like Kanye is gonna be like, ha,
Yeah,
ha. Like we're gonna
yeah.
do that for like 2 minutes, so I'm not really worried.
That
Then
last
we got a
one,
song called Assad and
God,
Alam Cloth Talk. Did he have another song?
I think he did. I think he did. Oh, let's see.
Yep, he had another son, Alam. So that's his two boys talking on the song.
That's fire.
Alam. That's
As a
cool.
father, that's fire. I like that.
I heard he puts his son.
As
Oh, yep.
executive
They got
producer on his book.
executive. Yep. If you look,
Yeah.
it says Alam Khaled, Assad Khaled,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Khaled.
he puts Allah as an executive producer on the album.
Listen, this nigga loves God, bro. This is why he's still.
That's dope. That's
Yo,
this nigga
this
God, nigga God. Oh, because this is called God Did.
I did.
Oh.
All right, listen. I don't really
Yeah,
like.
okay, Khaled.
Listen, I really don't like certain things, like because I'm like, yo, you forcing it, but I ain't gonna lie. This nigga's branding and marketing is on point. Plus, he really is a spiritual person. So I'm like, you know
Right.
what? And he's not one of those. I know he's Muslim, but I think
Mm-hmm.
he is. But he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those like closed in because he embraces
Mm-hmm.
all religions.
The
And
culture,
I
yeah.
feel like
Mm-hmm.
when you do that, that just makes you now you're
You're
really
on another
working in
level.
God's love right there,
Right,
bro.
right,
Like you're
right.
not sitting here shunning people. You're bringing
Hmm.
everybody together, which I can understand why he makes albums like this because he wants to bring everybody together.
And
But
that's
yo,
what he's doing.
yeah,
I respect it.
and
It's
then
on brand. My only gripe with him is it be a lot. It'd be a lot of energy sometimes, but I get it, man. His everything in life is working out for him. Who wouldn't be fucking happy diving off your yacht
I can't
into
blame
the
him.
Miami Harbor type shit? So this
And
nigga
then
really put
grateful,
God as his executive producer.
that's just fire.
That's
I gonna
fucking
lie,
fire.
that's fucking fire.
That's
Um,
fucking lit.
then we got grateful by Vori, and that Vori's been getting a lot
Hmm.
of work in the last couple of years, man. So like,
Great voice. Great
great
voice.
voice.
Great voice. He's
A
worked with Kanye a bunch. Worked
bunch.
with a lot of, and I feel like once you put those big names on your
And the fact
resume,
you
you know,
finally got Eminem on one, I'm like, maybe this could be one. But
I'm
like I
happy to
said,
see M outside. When is M ever outside, yo?
yeah, he's not. And it's kind of weird because it's like we said this before, like, I know he's trying to keep trying to replicate what he did with like
Hmm.
we taking over.
We
I'm
taking
so hood.
over
I'm
and
so hood
hmm
remix.
make it
Which brown paper
rain.
bag him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like he did a lot of hood
Those are
anthems, bro.
bangers, bangers.
Those are larger than life songs. So, but I don't know. I I want to be excited for this just because of this track list a little bit. Because you got first of all, you didn't just do you have multiple people multiple times, which means that you actually crafted this. You might have crafted this a little bit better than you've done before. You might
Hopefully,
have sat in more than one session
was
with some of
did
these people.
did God executive produce those albums or just this
Oh,
one? I
just
think
this
it's
one.
if this, bro, we might be hearing the most
This might,
holiest verses from all of those people, bro.
yo, I ain't
Like,
gonna lie. If this shit goes off,
hear the most?
I will never doubt. I will never say a fucking thing about. He can say
Would
DJ
you
Khaled
say
30 times. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm like,
you're gonna hear that? You're gonna hear that on the album at least 30 times,
God
at
did
least
because
4 times a
God
track.
did.
Listen, bro.
And last thing, shout out to the student loans, nigga. Like, shout out to Biden for
Mhm.
forgiving them loans for them niggas. Because listen, I know people is mad. Oh, I paid my loans already. Okay, bitch, good for you. Anyway, move on. Like, $20,000 if you take a Pell Grant, 10,000 if you
Mhm.
didn't. Now, there's still people with like hundreds and thousands of dollars, which I
Right.
understand. But he's also capping the income repayment plan at like 5% of your income.
My
And like
thing is
if you
this.
have no income, then you don't pay anything. So like at
My
the end of
thing
the
is
day,
this.
go ahead.
It's just because I just want to say one thing. It's like when people take out a loan, they should be prepared to pay it back, or it should be paid back in like a viable amount of time, like a realistic amount of time for the amount of the size of the loan.
Mm-hmm.
When people take out student loans and then you hear them say like, "Oh yeah, I'm just prepared to die with it," then you know that that loan is like more predatory than it is beneficial.
Yeah.
Like people have student loans and have grandchildren. That's how like these loans have their claws in people that deep.
Mm-hmm.
The fees and the interest that you have to pay on some of these loans over time defeats you ever paying the loan off. So you're just in debt your whole life. Like
Mm-hmm.
some doctors still to this day have student loans. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
if the government is going to do something finally for the people and stop bailing out these big ass companies that just fucking fuck us over down the line anyway, give these people 10 grand, pay off their loans. If it helps, a couple people and they get to put a down payment on a house or some shit or let their other son go to college, who gives a fuck? Happy for them. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, fuck them all. Fuck them all.
Yeah, man.
I
Because
hate it
like
here.
like I know for some people, they got made like me. I got major student loans, so it gives you a lot of breathing room. I ain't gonna lie. And I feel like they should just wipe all of it out because we've spent more money on military than anything else. We just send all this money to
bro,
Ukraine. All this Ukraine money probably could have
bro,
wiped it out 3 times over. But then that's
bro.
besides the
That
point.
shit's crazy. But I heard Andrew Schultz said this on his podcast. Is like we send money to Ukraine so we don't have to get into the fight because we
Yeah,
know if Russia just walks over them, we might have to go over there and do something. And if
yeah.
we do something, we're
It's
gonna
World War
we're gonna
Three.
hurt the bad. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
hurt the
it's World War
bad.
Three at that
And
point. Like,
everybody gonna
cause
get
yo, that nigga
involved.
ready. That nigga Vladimir Putin. I'm X that out because I don't want
Yeah, yeah.
nobody coming.
So last thing I want to end on
Them
this
niggas, they ready for whatever, bro.
is different. It's different over there. It's a little
Black Air
different.
Force energy, nigga. That's what their whole country is.
So on drinking vodka, drinking dirty vodka, just turns
Not
up.
even clean, dirty.
All right. So last thing, and we'll end on this: who you got versus Jermaine Dupri or Diddy? For I guess just the producing side because they produce a lot of songs. You know, sit on it. I mean, I'm kind of biased being from New York. That whole bad boy era was like
Yeah, but So Def had their
phenomenal.
area
Nah,
too.
no, that's why I'm just like, damn. Like Drew Hill had a so deaf run, and that
But
fire.
112.
I know that's a. Every time I think of one person, there's like a counter. Like if you think of like Debrat for so deaf, you got like Little Kim. You know,
They had
it's
112. They had another one too. Was that Boys to Men on them? On
on
Bad
Bad
Boy?
Boy. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
that was like Jive, L.A. Reid. No, Motown, I
Uh
think. Motown. Boys and Men was on Motown, if I'm not mistaken. You thinking of
yeah,
like
you're
Day
right, yeah.
26?
Them
Because
niggas.
there was another boy band on
They are
making the
such an
band.
untapped.
Making
They
the
are
band.
such, and them niggas are nice. Listen, I love Day 26. I ain't gonna front.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say
They
this
was
right now.
talented.
Their first album was a fucking banger, bro. That second album was a banger. I hate the fact that them niggas don't get the love that they deserve. Cause that
Yeah.
group right there, if you wanna
They
look for a group,
reunited recently. They
4 members, not
reunited.
all five. Cause there
Oh,
was that one, the light skinned nigga doing the
the Q, yeah, yeah. He used to act like a
yo,
diva. They hated, bro. They was like,
light skinned
yo,
nigga going light skinned nigga. You know what I mean? Like it is what it
hey,
is, bro. It is what
it's
it is.
part of the
And they're the
process.
only Danity Kane was huge too. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
guess like
yeah, for sure, for sure.
those two groups out of that whole era that Bad Boys were making the band, what
Mm-hmm.
happened to the band?
They all
E
split
Ness
up.
seems
Ness, he's still
he's a
out. He's still
battle
out. I
rap.
follow.
Yeah, he's a
Right,
battle
right, right.
rap dude right now.
So Choppa went to jail for like sex trafficking, I think. Yeah, bad, bad, bad. Sarah,
she had a whole family.
yeah, yeah. I was about to say I think she had a bunch of kids or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then
Mm-hmm.
Fred came out recently against Diddy and was like, I'm so depressed. I hate my life. I wish I never signed to you. You never helped me, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when Mace kind of piggybacked off of that. And then
And no one gives a
that's
damn
when Mace
about
came
Fred.
out. Bro, it's fucked up because it was true. It was like, bro, I think he just got that sense of like, once the world forgets about you, we really kind of don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And Diddy's
Like
like,
you
I'm
was
still
on
gonna get
Spotlight on
paid.
MTV,
Yeah.
and everybody still knows Diddy, so I don't
That
know.
era
It's
was
weird,
crazy. That era of MTV was crazy. But like Day
bro.
26, but like 112. Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. And then who on So Def is gonna compete with Biggie?
I
Black
don't know.
Rob, Mace.
Bow Wow.
Nigga, let's end the podcast. You bullshitting now. Now you bullshit.
Nigga,
Yo,
don't
now
act
you
like you wasn't.
bullshit.
No, don't act like he wasn't Harlem shaking it.
I
Lil Bow
wasn't.
Wow. You
I
just
was
don't
listening.
know the way you
No,
move so
no,
fast
you know why?
across the
Because
floor.
we had guns the size of Lil Bow Wow, nigga. That's what I
Okay,
was
all
on.
right, all
That's what
right.
I was on, nigga. Shit. I ain't had time for
Inf
I didn't
beams,
want
AR-15s, equipped with night vision, shell catchers, and inf beams. Ooh,
huh? I know that shit word for word like it's the
hard,
gospel,
nigga.
nigga.
Hard, nigga.
Yo, when
Tattoo that
that
album
dropped
on
in
my
like
body, nigga.
2003, dude, I remember watching the making the video of Wanksta. And I was just,
Mm-hmm.
dude, this is why like 50 definitely is like the most influential person to me, like as an artist, because that's the reason why I started rapping and like that era. Cause G Unit is like my gods, bro. Like everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, and the thing is though, like it was hard to choose. Rockefeller had like 3 crews under it. Then you had Murder Inc. Then
Mm-hmm.
you had all these other niggas,
It
D
was a lot
Block,
of right, right.
a
A lot of
Terror
groups going
Squad, a
around,
lot, and the
bro.
mixtape era from all these niggas was crazy. But I just
Insane.
gravitated. I don't know because of his attitude. He's like, "Fuck you, niggas. I don't care if you a new nigga
Absolutely,
or
the
old nigga."
aggression. I listen to it still to this day. I got a folder like on my computer of just old 50 mixtape cuts that like there was never out. So it's like I don't want to delete it, even though I could probably find it on YouTube. I want to know in my folder I could go
It's
back and
probably
listen
still
to
on
this
that piff, to be
crazy
honest with you.
maybe. But these was like G Unit radio cuts. Like they was just
They have them on that piff probably, because that
we'll
piff
double
is still
check.
a thing. If I want to
Oh,
listen to
right,
Cushion
right.
OJ, because they have a Cushion OJ on Spotify, but a couple of the
Hmm.
songs they took out the
It's edited
samples.
out samples, yeah.
But on that piff, that shit's still there.
That Piff. I haven't been on that Piff in the longest. They got Drake's album up here.
They do.
How the fuck they got?
Because now they don't. You see, all that older stuff they're going to leave on there because that's legacy.
Mhm.
But like now
Cushion
they're not.
OJ.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Oh,
they got some of the Big Sean albums when he was actually good.
we'll end it on that. Damn, we just had to choose violence, bro. We just had to
Nah,
choose
come on, man.
violence.
Because Big
With
Sean.
that being
Listen,
said, I hate it here podcast. Leave
I'm
that
just
man alone.
saying. I'm
He
just
trying to enjoy his life and his family just like
no
you.
shout
He
out. Yo,
just want to
first,
choose
oh, hold
violence.
on. Shout out
Hmm.
to him because
Hmm.
when
He said,
somebody
"Fuck this
becomes
rap shit."
when somebody becomes a father and wants to be a father, that's something that we
Yo,
have to like love and respect,
bruh,
bro.
you
Because
don't
we don't
even
get to see that all
realize,
the time. You don't know how important that is for people to see a black man
bruh,
excited to be a dad, bro. Like we don't get
bruh,
that a
that
lot.
shit is powerful, bruh, because we so often see it the other way where it's like, that ain't my baby, you a hoe. It's
Fuck that
like,
nigga.
damn, nigga.
Yeah.
Fine, thank you, bro. Like maybe I didn't fuck with your reps, but you seem like a dude that's trying to build a black family
That shit
and
beautiful, dog. That
that
shit
shit's
beautiful.
awesome, bro. So I respect it a lot, boy. But we
Yeah.
out. It's your boy
Y'all know what it
Russ.
is. And it's your boy Kev, motherfucker.